Duke Hector Barrack. The goblins mass for their final assault. Our ways will pass from this earth by nightfall. Let the bards praise our courage.
Ah! Hey, Jay, what's that?
I don't know. Before the goblins attack, the earth begins to tremble. Ah! 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 The sky rips open. Man and goblin alike are sucked into the void. Whee! The castle has been transported to a valley with impossibly high cliffs. A red sun flares, circled by floating continents. The horizon appears at the bottom of a basin. Dungeons and Dragons, warriors of the eternal sun. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So D&D, Warriors of the Eternal Sun, the game I played originally on the Mega Drive, or the Genesis if you happen to be from the States. My first, without realising it, my first introduction to the world of tabletop role-playing games in game form. For me, it's back in, 93? Rough guess? Maybe a little bit earlier. So, I was born in 1987, so you can do the maths with that. Don't play it again, I don't want to hear it again. Thank you. Let's just go to the... I done goofed. I didn't want a default party. I'm rubbish. You rubbish. Yeah, let's just load that again. Sorry, guys. Boom. I absolutely love the music in this game. Right. Create a new party. There we go. Because like the music itself goes from a mix of being very nice and fantasy. There's some absolute rock and roll heavy metal tracks in it as well, which makes me very, very happy. So I believe it's based off of, I want to say first edition off the top of my head, maybe second. I don't know, I'm sure some people will be able to correct me. But you get to pick a party of 4. You have your basically human or half human are your choices. Here we can get cleric, fighter, mage, and thief, and then for the half humans you get your dwarf, elf, and halfling. Halflings very much akin to the thief, but they have fewer hit points. There is a sneak mechanic in this, but it's CAC, so we're not really going to pay too much attention to that. Elves can be good because they kind of can end up wearing plate mail, and then they can also be casters as well, which is something that's quite handy. Their dwarfs are just the proverbial houses of bricks that one might happen to poop in. They are beefy boys and girls. And then for the humans, so you've got your clerics, that's your standard healer. You also get some like interesting buff spells. A lot of the spells in this game are weird, and they're definitely not working rules as intended. D&D had a hand in helping the guys in this game, but I think just the mechanics wise, there's a lot of hidden things which are not obvious, and there's a lot of different stats and some conditions which never actually made it into the final game. But clerics are good because they can wear heavier armour, you can give them some warhammers, they can have some good melee potential. Fighter, they're a fighter. What do you expect? You can hit things and be a beefy boy. Or girl. Magic user, no hit points, or at least very, very few hit points, but you can also get some really, really devastating spells off. This game is my first introduction to the beautiful spell of Fireball, which I'm sure many people in the D&D community know and love. But you also get some lovely things like Hold Burst and Entangle, as it is in this. You have your magic missiles, you have Cloud Kill, Lightning Storm, Lightning Bolt. Very, very, very funky stuff. It takes an age to get to them. As Joe Cat says there, that any kind of magic user in these kind of games is very much a case of be careful who you make fun of in the initial stages, because they will grab to beat the living poop out of you. And then thieves are thieves. There's no sneak attack bonus within this. They have the option to hide. One big bonus about thieves is that when you're in dungeons, and you'll see what I mean by how it's different in them when we get to playing, is that they're able to detect and disarm traps. There's a couple of specific areas in this game where they trap you like you wouldn't believe. It's horrendous. It's one of those dungeons where the people you fight aren't actually an issue or bother, but you go for a trap, does a hit point, 2 hit points of damage, but you already have 40, 50 max at that point if you've grinded for a little bit. So if you take a few wrong turnings, it can mess you up. But I'm going to be following a fairly standard platform. Let's have an all-female party, because it's International Women's Day yesterday, and also female characters are much underutilised underused in video games. So whenever I get the chance to, I will play as a female character. So I have that base colour, red goes nicely. Now this is the cheeky thing that you can do in this game. If any of you who have played D&D or Dungeons and Dragons in real life, then you roll for your stats, or you point by whatever your system might be, and then that's it, you're stuck with them. With this, we have our stats up at the very, very top here. So strength, intellect, wisdom, dex, con, charisma. I have a Scooby-Doo what that doesn't get in this game. It's a thing, but there's no. It's not like there's any dialogue trees or dialogue options or anything like that. Whether it means like you get things at a better price, maybe that might make sense. Sure, why not? But don't care about it. Constitution, hit points. Hit points, hit points, hit points. You always want a high constitution, especially if you're either a tank or a magey boy. Dex, I can affect how many actions you get. So unlike 5th edition, there's some crazy things that go on in the tactical style combat, which you'll see, and could also impact on dex-based weapons. So your spears, bows in particular. Bows can be really good at huge range. Wisdom, that's your cleric stats, that's to do with spell casting, how many spells you have memorised. Intellect, the exact same thing, but for the magic user. And then strength is how hard and how often you hit if you're using a strength-based weapon. So that's going to be for your warhammers, your swords, that kind of dealio. So, I start off with our fighter. I'm going to be a cheeky sausage, and I'm going to reroll stats until I get some stuff that I want. It's basically 3d6, so highest you can get is 18. I want con to be high, so it's nice 17 there, but strength is below. Basically, for this character, I need con and strength. That is all I need. Strength 17, con 15. I'd like an 18. I'm a bit cheeky like that. 16, 11. I can start off. This is the absolute highlight of one-day gameplay, so enjoy. 7 to 10. Yeah. If I get another decent pair, I'll probably call it at that. 16, 10. That's not good enough. 13, 14. No. That's a nice, well-rounded. A lot of 12s in there, but no, not good enough for us. Not good enough at all. I will let you guys down. As I said, I really, really, really love the music for this game. I am, for those of you who don't know, I am a composer and arranger as well, and I'm actually currently working on one of my own versions of two of the pieces from this, but I'm combining them into one. And because, although you might not think it now, there's some very, very awesome heavy metal influences. That would do. 18 in there and there. That's lovely. Name. Let's go for a nice imaginative name. You are going to be Captain Tanky. So this would have been played on the Mega Drive or the Genesis. So you would have had a 3-button controller with A, B, or C on it. It takes me back. Let's have magic user, but we're going for the female party, so we're going to have kind of scary looking. But you know what? Scary is kind of good if you want to play a mage. Do we want to keep it? No, let's have a nice royal blue. We're on intelligence and con, so I'm going to 13, 13, 16, 10. I'd love it. Oh, man, why didn't have that for that last one? God damn it, game. How dare you roll random? 18 and 12. No, you want at least like a 15 or a 16 on intellect there. Or would I risk it? Do I go over con 12? If I'm going to do that, I at least want it to be an 18. 9? No. Anytime now. 15 and 15? Nah. 16. Nope, I can't go. 15 and 15. Again. $16 and 14. 16 and 14. It's like it's trying to tell me something. We'll take 16 and 14. Give you a name. You're going to be a mage, so you can be. Blastoise. Because you're going to blast things. Let's have a cleric next. Lady cleric. The default name for the cleric is Cassandra. I always thought it was a really pretty name. Cleric you are. We're not going to have a cleric of the light to have boring yellow. We're going to have a cleric of the earth. So I have a nice green colour to go there. Wisdom and con, maybe a bit of strength there. Ooh, that's 16 and 14. No, we can do better than that. Yes, please. You can be. You. Nope. You can be heal. Heal bot. And then, so now we could go for thief, or I use torn between thief or an elf. Thief is good for the trap diffusing, but I have played this before, so I'm gonna have a nice lady elf. They can be red because then they can also do an extra bit of strength. Because they can use some spells, but they're just more utility than anything else. So let's do some stat rolls. So I want again strength and con. I'm less fussed about intelligence with them. I actually want them to have slightly higher strength. 18 and 13. That's actually pretty good all round. Use the dex. They want to use a bow as well. And what's an amusing name for an elf? Because there's got to be a music, otherwise what's the point? Do it. You know what I'm doing by making you wait whilst I roll these stats, as I'm being elfish. I need help. Uh, 18, 14. Yeah, you're giving my hit point sponge. Yep. Let's go. Go around a little bit. Apologies. We are in a strange new world. There is a new enemy here. Our people need allies to survive, but the gods must defend our castle. It's American for some reason. Oh, wait, awesome. You have been chosen to explore our new home. The gods have given us a second chance. Serve me well and bring us allies. Serve you well? Alright. Bam, bam, bam. So, this is the beautiful top-down view. From here, so we have our lovely options menu. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bar graphs. I like to have the numbers, because if you look at the bar graph, I have no flipping clue how many hit points those people have left. That doesn't help me at all. Let's just turn volume down a tiny bit. Beautiful. So bar graphs off, music is on. You can have it off, but I flipping love the music for this. Not going to change the rust, that's absolutely fine. Return to camp. So on your camp inventory, you can also see at the top right you've got how much XP to their next level. AC, this goes by TACO or THACO, so to hit AC 0. So the lower the number the better. For everything else, the higher the number the better. As you can see, my lovely wizard, my magic wizard, has 5 hit points. They could get killed by a house cat. So go back from there. Obviously save load. You can move items between people should you wish. Look at the map. This is the majority of the game area. There are dungeons outside of it. There are some areas outside of it. This is like your initial map, which you are free to explore. Castle in the middle, and then these interesting-looking areas outside. Let's not spoil the surprises. We don't want to spoil the surprises. This is very much one of those games that heavily rewards exploration. The beastman comes to the door. That's good to say. Thank you, random citizen. Yes, okay. So we've got a lovely king here. Hey, birdie. We are in a strange new world. There is a new enemy here, and people don't. It's almost like that kind of thing he just said in that little cutscene. I love the attempt that they made to kind of have the mouth moving as well for a Genesis game. I think that's really awesome. This is our lovely wise person of this land. I think it's Marmillion or something like that. It is good to see our wise Duke has assigned this important task to such brave adventurers. Please bring me any artifacts you find so that I may study them and learn more about this strange new world. I will pay you well for anything that you can help me in my studies. Hopefully, what I learn will benefit you as well. Go find shit, bring it to me. Cool. There's a door here. Knock, knock. So this is the dungeon look. Obviously you have this lovely bit down here for the RP, you know what direction you're going, you can pull up maps as well, you make maps as you go, unless you have to find one somewhere, but those are quite rare, and there's not that many in the game. You can still fight, go through doors, find things. There's lots of secret doors up there. Oh, how about you? Hard to hit. Got that attack from Giant Beast. Ooh, that one hit didn't kill my tank. Screw you, rat. You had no chance. So, liberating. I can never remember where these secret doors and such are, or indeed if there are any in here. There we go. Gauntlets of Overpower. Those will automatically buff up someone's strength, so. Which of my melee has the worst strength? You've got 14. You've got 18, so therefore what we're going to do, go transfer. So boom. Because unsurprisingly, the magic users don't need strength. Don't need that at all. But now straight away, both my melee fighters have strength of 18, which means they're going to hit more often and they'll do more damage. That is kind of useful. Smell of incense fills the air. It smells of cherry wood. It is another room. A privy! Privy, for those who don't know, is a toilet. A brave adventurer, veteran of the land, and I found a toilet. I am in a guard tower. We're guards. Was not helpful. The beastmen seem more than savage, they are crazed! Generic lions. Are they lions? Are they panthers? I don't know. Do I care? Not really. We all wish you well in your journeys. Good luck on your journeys. Haha! I are famous. Maybe like a buffet or something available when we get back. A cleverly hidden door opens to a dusty cellar. I thought it said busty cellar for a second. Potion of healing. Potion of healing. Who just leaves the stuff lying around? The staff of healing. Now I can hit things, and it heals them. Not even joking. Hit something with the staff of healing, it feels better. It's a big old heal stick. This character appears quite important. If any of your characters die, the only way that you can resurrect them is to go back to them, or there's a resurrection pool at another point in the game. But there's no like funky resurrection magic or anything like that. Maybe it's not that was like that. You don't get revivify or anything like that, unfortunately. Yeah, desecrating some tombs. Plus one chainmail. Alright, thank you. Who's got that? You don't need that. Let's give that to our tank. Beep. Should already have, so our main tank AC of 3. It's alright. Get the number as low as possible. corpses. Not caused by me, unfortunately. Well, I keep facing the walls as I keep trying to walk into them because you can't strafe in this in that menu. So instead, I'm just trying to find stuff. I can never remember where all the lovely little starting off secret items are here. Down here? Yep. Basically, you're not hurt. Get out. Armor smith down here. Let's go say hi. What have you got? Just generic leather armor. That does not help. Let's buy some leather armor for. In fact, what armor do people have? None. Let's buy some leather armor for. Wizards can wear no armor. You get a cloak of displacement at some point. Other than that, no armor. It just doesn't affect their AC at all. Alright, slings. First range weapon you can get. It's also by a dagger for me, which is quick things. You can swap things out in mid-combat, which is quite handy. So keep those, I can go away. You're fine. Almost ready to leave the castle / town. Guy down here is a caravan, basically it's fast travel. Have you got anything useful? No, shield. Useless. Magic. Laboratory. Wand of lightning. A wand of lightning is obscene. It's also really dangerous. You can use it and wipe out your party if you're a silly goose, and I am prone to being a silly goose. Hey guys, got any food? Nope. Okay, don't mind me. Plus one axe, nice. Excuse me, that was the door. Here we go, plus one axe. 2 attack, strength 18. Let's give it time to attack. And we're almost ready to head out into the big wide world. Before I do, just go take a quick food break. Let's make sure we're nicely equipped. The Duke is a kind and patient man. I'm sure he is. Sure he is. Okay, got one more area to go to, but since my takeaway food is just right, I'm going to go D. Just going to pause the stream there from, so I'm just going to go to one of my midway cards. So I'm just going to kill the sound for a little bit, and I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Thank you.
drawing?
A dick with lightning shooting out of it, just, to give it a little
flair.
extra.
Yeah.
And Yasha, just so you know, I'm available for other ceremonies too, if you ever wanted to do any.
Oh,
Just
what
like-
on earth do you mean?
I don't know how everything went. We haven't talked, but I'm letting you know. If it went really well, and things keep going really well, I'm here for you.
Thank you, Jester. Things went really well. Just side note, a very wise friend once told me that to kiss and tell would be very uncouth. So, I'll just keep it inside. And
Okay.
maybe one day we'll talk about it. I don't know. Thank you, Jester.
As you continue your rest here, at a certain point, once you have a moment to yourself, you kind of glance over to the side and you can see Artie's kind of sitting there, his feet in the sand as well. Looks to be himself kind of looking up, eyes closed, sunbathing for a moment, and without opening his eyes, just goes, I did the best I could. Don't really have a extensive relationship with the actual Pantheon.
Oh, yeah. But you have a better way of communicating with them than we do, right?
I've only really interfaced with one, and you were present for that, and it didn't really go my way. But at the very least, I let a little, I don't know what you would call it, a divine spotlight on our friend. Hopefully it's enough.
I lean over and I just pull his eyelid open. Hi. Do you want a coconut alcoholic beverage?
Oh.
Bo bought a few.
Please.
Bo.
Yeah.
Do you have any extra coconut drinks? I just offered one to Artagan.
Yeah, I
The
bought
traveler, to the traveler.
I bought 2 extras to go.
You kind of, as you're holding him up to Jester, you look over to where she's kind of looking towards Artagan. There's nobody there. You look back and one of your drinks is gone within an instant, like you glanced away. And then you look over and kind of look behind her and you can see the green cloak billowing, like this kind of epic shot of like the wind just blowing the cloak as it flaps the hood up, the sea shoreline underneath it, the distant kind of horizon as the sun's kind of coming down in the sky, and you just see this little straw start slurping before it disappears into the wind.
He'll never not be unsettling. Just a little bit.
Best. Isn't he just the best?
Growing on me, I will say that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is good
right?
on me.
I am hoping if we give him enough alcoholic beverages, someday he's going to help me with that divine intervention. He'll be there in that moment that really, really, really counts,
Hammered.
Wasted,
be there hammered.
just totally drunk.
I mean, some of Nott's best moment were when she was trashed.
That's not true, no.
It is true.
Your best moments are when you're
No,
sober and present.
I'm worthless without alcohol.
Well,
Thank you
it's
for
just-
pointing that out. I'm just kidding with
You're vet now.
I'm
It's
fucking
fine.
with you. I don't really have a taste for it anymore. It's good. It's good. It's just I like the sweeter stuff. Now.
Sure. Yeah. Little dessert cocktails.
Yeah, some sherry.
With the fruit and the flowers
much
and
better.
the umbrellas and stuff.
Yeah, white wine spritzer.
White wine spritzer.
Oh, he's off.
Oh no. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say a vaguely German word.
Spritzer.
Wolf Blitzer.
No Z's. No Z's.
Oh no. Spritzer means something in Zemnian. It means
Yeti.
patricide. Oh no.
All right.
I'll finish braiding Ford's hair once all that's done.
Okay.
It's just, a cute little French braid up where your man bun is, and then it just ties off. So it still is
Keep it
very
out of-
masculine.
Out of my face.
Yeah, but now, yeah.
Looks really good.
And welcome back. Thank you very much for waiting. Ended up being to have a second dinner. The first dinner with the kids was absolutely lovely and tasty and fine, but it just wasn't enough. So we kind of thought, Jim and wife, we thought, well, let's get some more. Let's just, more food, please, more food now. Alright, welcome to the people in the chat as well. Thank you very much. Do feel free to say, don't think you like the chat, that sounds a bit dismissive. But yeah, welcome back on this journey as we go through Dungeons & Dragons, Warriors of the Eternal Sun. I'm going to be a little bit cheeky within this, I'm going to be cheesing some things as well, because who doesn't love a good bit of cheese? This is not meant as like a serious, long playthrough like that, it's just meant to be a bit of fun. +1 sword, yes please. Spatial actually it's equipped. So we got +1 sword there. Bada boom, bada boom. Inventory space is really short in this as well, so if you do pick up stuff like +1 weapons, +2 weapons, sell it or ditch it as soon as you can. Other than the things you don't go in the weapons, that's how would you do that? So go away spear. Go away sword. Anything else? Nah. Right, let's venture into the deep wide world of whatever the flip this place is called. Does get the sound of the music will change. Here the music of this is very uplifting, it's like regal element to it. It's a variation of the character creation theme as well. And boop. Really odd bit of effect use of panning as well as going from left to right, left to right, left to right, and left to right, depending on what beat it's being played on. Very metal, this. Very metal. There's the bridge. Blastoise and Elfish are worried about crossing the bridge. To give you a concept of where they are as well. Okay, Mapsies. So this is a lovely castle we're coming with, going around here. I played this before, but I played this many times in my youth, so I happen to know where I'm going, which is useful, I guess. But we're heading up towards these caves here. But first, we're going to take a stop off and kill a dragon, because, you know, Dungeons and Dragons. Female beastmen, so see if we can take the weaker ones first. That's the slings. The slings are not particularly powerful weapons, but they just give you long range really early on. One down, two down. Elfish just went, but then got to go again because reasons. And like my lovely wizard here, kept going like 2 times. So I presume it's to do with your dexterity modifier. It's not like in current 5e D&D, where it's all to do with your actual initiative score. How about you? Elfish will defeat you. Caster for the win. I cast stir at your face. I got 152 gold pieces. That's nice. So that's the top-down battle system, which is fine. It's actually quite effective. It is the much more challenging combat system. Because once you get inside dungeons, you can be really cheeky and basically avoid being hit. What I'm good for a fireball. Experienced is based on per kill, so a character has to kill someone to get the experience from it. It's not shared amongst the party. So for example, if Blastoise, my mage character, killed all of these, then Blastoise is the only one who would get experience. Such a nice sound effect. Lovely clash sounds. Caster for the win. Cheers to you, Blastoise. Now, there are quite a few sneaky tactics to this. One thing is to... Wrong button. Switch on that first. Yep, right direction. So you have your 2 weapons equipped. So you have your left and right button. Or Big Chunguses. Let's skip. So what I've done there, because when I tried to initiate combat by pressing my ranged weapon button, which on the old Mega Drive controller would be a B, for me it's S because I've mapped it to the ASD, because that's when actually my fingers fall. Play PC games, WoW in particular, for way too many years to calculate. Basically what you can do is you can keep pressing B, which is the equivalent of, so what would be your right hand attack button, and then as soon as something is vaguely within range, then you will target it and initiate combat, but then you can press C to skip, and then not go into combat. So if you just find yourself up against like 8 hill giants, then you are in fact okay. What can I do first? Let's save a game. Just in case things happen. Oh, what we got here? Grizzly bear, direwolves. Oh, those guys are looking pretty tough. Skip. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save, but we'll deal with it. Then we're gonna load. Is it cheating? Is it cheating? I mean, yes. Do I care? No. I love. So this piece, I'm actually currently working on doing my own rendition of. I got most of the way through it in kind of mid to late January, and I re-listened to it recently. I'm not happy with the way my guitars sound, so I do need to re-record it. And it's a bit of it's fun. I love doing it, but for me it's time-wise. Yeah, full-time teacher. I've got 2 kids. I've got a lovely wife. This is where I need to be, and it unfortunately doesn't leave time for, especially for guitaring. But my Monday streams, these are all music based, so maybe I'll make some time and effort to do it there and then. Right, I'm in the place I want to be, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. If I die, I die. Now what we have here, there are some particularly tough enemies in here. That screams a horrible sound, but oh well. So what you can do, go out of view. And then just keep waylaying until they die. So straight away from that, Elfish, like Selfish Elf, leveled up. You get that lovely sound, which I'm particularly fond of. So it's also even better, you see. We are going to be super sneaky here. Wand of Lightning. Back it up, because the lightning has a habit of coming back and biting you in the anus. I mean that quite literally. Because there, we have a red dragon. Big old sack of hit points, and we'll kill my entire party in one hit if I get hit. And like any good dragon, just behind it is its horde, and there's some lovely things in there that we want to get our greedy bits on. That was close. Owlsley! Was that Elfish again? Elfish, are you stealing all the glory? Cheeky bugger. It was Elfish, but at 2 levels. How? Elfish of them. +2 sword, yes please. +2 shield, yes please. Yeah. For some reason the cleric just leveled up. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I found a stack of gold. +1 bow. Yeah. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm getting random level ups. I am not complaining. See, Tanky's hit points just improved a huge amount, which is much better. Oh, I made double up as well. Hey! And that was just from a hill giant and a red dragon. I say just a hill giant and a red dragon. Just two Kirby tough enemies. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's rest because what we could do now. Especially when your casters level up, they get access to more spells. Only got first level at the moment. Magic missile because magic missile. Don't kill wounds, don't cause wounds. Kill wounds always a good standard. Of course, what can you do? You just do sleep. No second level spells for you yet. Remember, I think the elves have to get them from scrolls. Sleep is what they start off with because of reasons. Right, what have we got? So we got a +2 shield. That's nice. We get rid of that shield a bit later on. AC currently at 1, so that means currently a lot harder to hit. Nothing for the caster. Oh, we've got some +1 plate mail there. I'm going to give that to Tanky to get them to 0. +2 sword, I might give that to Tank as well. But she could definitely have the bow. Because they got the dex 15. Yep, highest of the lot. Let's do some item transferring. Let's do boop, 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 and I think the cleric can use axes. I think it's just bludgeoning weapons because that's holy. I'm going to stab you, Bob. Bat you over the side of the head with something. That seems completely legit. Bada boom, bada boom. Yeah, AC -1. Really, really hard to hit now. I like that. Nope. Okay, never mind. I can hold on to it for now. AC 4, AC 6. Mage AC 8. Can't really do a huge amount about the mage. It's just until we get the cloak of displacement back their bone, basically. And what we're going to do? That again. Save. There's a high likelihood of me messing up because that's how I roll. Two sets. Boom, boom, boom. So it's saved. Go kill Hill Giant Boy. Go. I can't tell Hill Giant sex. Who am I to judge? Excuse me. Damage there, guys. Good job. Elfish, was that you again? It blooming was it all. Killsteed glowing out. I find I'm not a huge elf fan. I get the fantasy. It's just that like when I'm playing fantasy games or D&D, well, it's not a fantasy game, but you know what I mean. I never find myself playing an elf or half elf. It's like I know they have huge advantages for RP purposes. I don't like an ancient. That's why it's so annoying. So look at me, I have to be so good at everything. I'm so talented. I do sound bitter. Elfish, was that you again? I didn't level up. Oh, the audacity. Well, let's see. Elfish. If there was anyone else, Heal Watch needs 200 XP to level up. Ugh. But there's a handful more times because otherwise it's going to get quite dull, quite boring people watching. I don't want that. Unless you happen to enjoy my particular brand or company, in which case, what's wrong with you? Beady boop. Bam, 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 bam. Go across my field of vision. Get some hits. Yes, more hit points to the tank, that's what we like. Attacks in. Oh, is this method really, really cheeky? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Am I going to stop doing it? No. Good solid 10 there from Elfish. Ah, more hit points to the tank. No, I'm not elf racist. Save. Castle wants to go, that'd be nice. The problem is actually that has to kill someone with a dagger. Take that, you big man hater! I'll stop your arguments! A 1 point of damage. Did you know that was a game? There was Elfish. Come on, Ash. Oh. Big 3. Now just help to walk instant war of a dragon. Anytime that wants to hit and kill. Tank goes up again? Okay. If anyone else wants to chip in, you can do. It's you know, it's okay. There's no judgment here. Cleric, caster. Just save state as well. Save one save. Fantastic. Choice of using Fusion as the emulator for this. And on games like this, unless you save the state the game is in, it won't keep the save file. It'll just treat it as a new cartridge every time, which I found out the hard way. Right, just in case. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Cool. Sorry, yeah, for how everyone is tippy top shape. You know what we're gonna do? Wand of Lightning. And what we'll do, we'll save that until we go for the dragon. Do 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 do. Good solid hits. How about you? Elfish. What the flip? Oh, I'm an elf, I'm good at everything. I don't know where this has come from. Better. Hey, what level? Hey. 2k for the next one though, it's not far off. So this is kind of one of those games that it does encourage a bit of grinding. Otherwise, and you could say, oh yeah, but it doesn't make it too easy. Really, there's some parts of this that can be really flipping hard. It's definitely that early 90s era of gaming where difficulty curves were not really known. Do anything new? Oversave? I probably did. Oversave. Probably think as well, like with the Wand of Lightning, special magical item. Well, I use it all the time. 1. lightning bounces off walls. So I'm going to use it here. It would bounce back at me and kill the entire party. Because the game assumes that everyone is clumped up in the same space. Good, yes! Yes, mage! Yes! Now you can stay. Okay, so how much more XP do you need for the next one? I need another 8k. Okay. They will give you the wand again then. With the wand, it's a random chance after each casting that it will just break and disintegrate and then you can never use it again. There's a few wands that are like that. I think you can see like Wand of Lightning, Wand of Fireballs. Very generic, but really, really useful. But it's completely random how long they will last. And yeah, you could just save hack sits there every time it breaks. You can then just reload. Still there. Okay with that. And level up there. How much XP is this each time? What was she on? 8 grand? Just under 3, so yeah, about 5 grand each time. Okay. Kill one more dragon with and then would you want for the cleric? But let's not keep that out, otherwise I'm gonna press it by mistake and then kill my entire party. Voice of experience. Oh, got time as well. We start getting hit and you be burgered. Tank, fine. Now let's get that one of lightning back up. Boom. Got a feeling it's going to break this time. Nice to level up them. Still not broken. Very lucky here. Dice gods are in my favour. Can... I wonder if the cleric can use it. I don't know if they can. Let's find out. That was a big fat no. There they come. Ah, well, that's not the end of the world. I need 200 experience for the next level. Kill it softly. Let's have a look. That's what levels we at. We're at level 5 with 42 hit points. That's pretty nice. Level 5, 19 hit points. We'll check if there's any more spells in a moment. Level 2 is 16 hit points. That'll probably jump up quite significantly because she's got Con 17. And then Elfish, who I'm just going to start being really cruel and kind to. For no explicit reason. Right, Blastoise. I have access to level 2 and 3 spells. I just need to pick the bloody things up. No spells to memorize. Cool, fine, let's save. I'm going to keep myself on Elfish because with the bow you get a much longer range. So that if something comes into your range like this, like 2 4s, oh no. Then you can, nice 7 damage. Elfish, you're redeeming yourself. So in the current one of the pieces of music I'm currently working on, so I'm using that combat theme alongside with the field theme as well. Obviously making it very, very heavy metal. Because that's how I roll. We're at the Beastman Caves, huzzah! No, don't rest. I pressed the wrong button. It said help. Drink time. Okay, so we're going to explore these beast caves. Even now, just use range. Axe. Rumagurd. Rumagurd axe. Looking for any and all secret doors. Bits of cloth and meat and a small bone pipe. These people are not dangerous, especially now that I have power leveled a wee bit. So, because one of the items I picked up earlier was the Gauntlets of Overpower, there are some of these stone rocks that you can actually move and get some rather nice cheeky items from them as well. Do I remember exactly where they are? No. I blasted a Beast Warrior's cave. It blatantly just trying to have a shower. And I'm like, hey, buddy. Could you buy our adventurers cookies? Tribal war party. My favourite kind of war parties. Or just parties in general, to be honest. The idea is that you're going to be surrounded. Hey! Wow, many hit points to the cleric. Well done, heal bot. Excuse me. Remember correctly, in this cleric spell, they just get their spell list automatically, as opposed to having to learn like mages do. They just get given them like a divine gift from their god, whomever it might be. Probably that Healbot is a cleric of nature. Darkness. That is basically blind. Are they a single target? For X number of turns. Usually varies on things like the creature's constitution model, things like that. Rest party, Blastoise Scribe's Darkness, and Shield. Never use Shield, like ever. Still no 2 or 3 spells from there. Still got 2 or 3 from there. Elfish, are you useful? Oh yes they are. You can speed up on this as well, because it's an emulator, which I occasionally do, because I can be impatient with a sausage. There's a trap in here. Oh. There it is. Going again for good luck. A dagger, oh my god. If I had a thief or a half-food, they could have disabled that. But it's 1 damage. At this point, I'm not that fussed. You could barely see through you barely see a woodland warrior through the haze. A bronze-skinned woman snarls and attacks. Cantisu! Phew. Hard to ask bars. Alright, some gold and turquoise jewelry worth about 300 pieces. That's nice. Just barged on someone's home and took their stuff. Have I mapped out everywhere in here? Just have a quick check. Yep, fine. The bits you pick up there are quite significant. We're going to hand them back to our friendly Mammalian shortly. I say surely we've got to make our way back to the castle. There's no fast travel back in this, unfortunately. Satisfying ways. Very, very common in a lot of Mega Drive games. X-Men Clone Wars used it as well before your character got it. It's kind of both a horrible but a really satisfying sound at the same time. See, there's a discrepancy in creatures being able to hit and attack. Even if I didn't have my stupidly high or low AC in this case, I feel like my tanky character, it still takes forever for characters to be hit. Glangor, you. Sorry, Glangor, you do not have that much of a chance, my good chum. Guys, trying to sneak up from the rear. Captain! Oh, Captain, my Captain. Was that you, Elfish? Elfish, what have we said? +1 spear, light and tangle. Tangle is good. Take magic and another +1 spear. I do not need them. A tackle massive finds blocks the northern passage. Maybe Mammalian could help us. Is that a subtle hint? Is that a subtle DM hint there? I swear there's some boulders up here that I can move. Maybe not. It's on the map. Okay. My mistake. So the cave, there's one more up here. There is one more up here. Let's have a little look. Let's see what happens. Just walk in. Grunt like chant from the Northern Passage. Let's go south then. Classic enemy, giant rats. Strange runes, cold. Lots of vines around here as well, covering these doors. How convenient. Glup! Ah, there we go. It would take a strong person to clear the rocks to the north. You mean like me? The Gordon must give you the strength to clear the rocks. That's happy. Frustratingly, even if you have a strength of 18, which is what the gloves give you, you still cannot move them. You have to have the gloves. Protection from evil does nothing. Plus one sword per cell. The goal is really an issue in this game. Where am I? Alright, I came for the rocks now. So these ones? These ones. Check the map. Been everywhere, been everywhere. Beep. Right, stick. Save. That's a key. I'm gonna rest on the ladder. Sure, why not? Cleric's abilities to heal. Change the spell list. I've got some entangles in there. Entangles are amazing. They're so amazing. Get rid of that. Entangle basically just holds a monster. Auto hit. And it stops them from taking the actions. Cool. Make sure we shave. Boom. So what we're now going to do, we're going to make our way all the way from here back down to here. That's exciting. Then we're going to be given some extra items that we can use to further our adventures within these Beastman caves. When we get back, there is the ability to be able to fast travel up, which saves a bit of time, but we do have to do a bit of a slog back, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. If we really wanted to, we could stop by and see the dragon again, kill him a couple times, but I don't know for that. Big Beastman. We are fighting the Chungus. Get in there. Oh. Slings don't hit very hard. I think they're strength based. Top of my head. Oh. Just hit Owlfish. One could just chuck some light magic missiles into Blastoise's slots, but they get to keep swapping it back and forth, and I'm a very lazy man. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Never mind. Ooh, 5 damage. It's pretty big. Oh, one more dip. Nice, one down. A little bit of distance just in case. Cleric's not the beefiest in the world. Oh, that's fine, attack the tank. Always a big fan of playing tank. I tend to find myself most normally suited to, whether it be D&D, whether it be Overwatch. I'm so reason I watch a keep very much up in the healer now. Did have a bit of VCO. 266 gold pieces. That's like more than one gold piece. And a random sword on the ground. I'm sure that has no value whatsoever. Right, now we have our lovely long trek back down. Unfortunately, because the way that all the greed or shrubbery is placed, you can't just go to like 8 times speed and peg it straight down to the castle. It's just you will get stuck. I tried that, but ended up getting mobbed by like 18 different beastmen and some sea serpent called Clive. Bow. Elfish. Yes, I know you're good. You're good at everything. But you can juggle as well. Multi-talented bastard. And then you also run the danger. If you start going through the shrubberies, you get lost. A horrible maze, the textures are tricky to figure out. Can I fit through there? No, I can't. I've put on too much lockdown weight. I gambled. It wasn't a good gamble. This is often the easiest option, just follow the coastline. Might take a little bit longer, but usually it's just the easiest. Can you all up in their face? Not yet. Actually, kind of turn into a ranger. Constantly from close range, like ah! Why not just hit them with the rock? I don't mean go Johnson. Stab him! Ready? Good job, team. Surprisingly, boars don't tend to carry gold pieces. This is like a Fallout or Skyrim. Hells yeah, they were. They're like, you know, they have Blink Meridia's beacon on them. Music. Options. There we go. Ah, that's because we changed areas as well. That's why. Silly goose. I love the attempt at party formation in this as well. Always reminds me of if you play Final Fantasy VIII. I think they just deal with things by having them run around and get stuck on various bits and parts of the scenery. It entertains me. Don't act like you never did it. But I still play the game, in which case that'd be kind of tricky. Though watch out, rumours of a Final Fantasy VIII remake, not remaster, remake are on the horizon. Whether it comes to fruition, who knows? I think Square Enix is starting to see the value of nostalgia in those kind of ways. I must make my way back to the city. Huzzah! Usually once you complete an objective, so you go out, do what you're meant to do, then come back, the stores will have better things available, and some dialogue options will change as well. Not really dialogue options, is it? It's the things that people say are different. Best speak to my million. I'm so glad to see you all again. People here are becoming edgy. It seems that all they do is bicker and snap. Even our well-mannered Duke seems a bit paranoid. He was never well-mannered. Basically said, get to flipping. Your founder's friends. He's northern now, it's canon. Perhaps there's this infernal sun or the feeling of imprisonment in this strange valley. I do hope you'll find some allies soon. It may be just what these people need to lift their spirits. The artifacts of the Beastmen are patterned from items made by an ancient race known as the Azkans. It's amazing that art lost for centuries has remained unchanged in the Beastman culture. The creatures you describe are long extinct outside this valley. I feel like we're at a giant museum. I have an item that may help you pass the tangled vines that you found in the Beastman caves. It's a withered vine that repels normal vines. I only have one, so guard it well. Please hurry. I fear we have not got much time. Cheers, Dave. Hey, Dookie boy, how's it going? I said it's northern. It's good that you have found passage to the realm. Perhaps there you'll find the aid that I sent you for. dally no longer. You must make haste if you are to carry out your charter. I expect you to return with an army to aid me. I'm afraid the people plan to revolt. Beware of that skeeter Marmelian. I do not trust anyone anymore. Very stereotypical for Yorkshire sketch. Accent there. Apologies if anyone watching or listening is from Yorkshire. I will not give you my home address because I fear that you'll come and lynch me. Cool, we've got some more stuff in here. We've got some satanic chainmail armor. We've got a +1 shield. We've got some plate mail. Right, I need to sell some stuff first. I didn't need generic shield. They will not buy that as the Christmas stuff. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. So we can do. Just want to double check what the difference in AC would be. Look at our clerics. So AC of 4 +1 chainmail. Let's see what will happen if we change that to plate mail. Get clerics with a plate mail. Paladins the game. Yeah, it's affected it ever so slightly, so then we can transfer that to. I swear I had a +1 shield. Wasn't I made that up? I probably made that up. Get the shield down here. How much is the +1 shield going to cost us? Probably quite a lot. A lot less than I thought. Fine. Don't know why that came out. Never mind. Got AC of 1, -1, 8, and 3. That's I know it's two. That's pretty good. Let's go to weapons, especially for our cleric and for our mage. Let's sell stuff first. So I do not need +1 sword, I do not need +1 spear, I do not need a sling, I do not need an axe, or a spear, or a sword. Don't need +1 axe, unfortunately. 2 daggers, I mean, I do love a bit of two-handing or dual wielding, but not needed. Okay, for a cleric, let's have a Warhammer. For our artist and mage, let's have a +1 dagger. Make sure those bits and bobs are equipped. +1 dagger, and then a Warhammer. Double check what that is. Dex is 11. They could use a bow. Give it a go. Give it a sling. Who knows? Regular bow. Sure. Why not? Let's go crazy. Let's get that like that. Alright. Alright. At the very least, then we get some more like proper range, I guess. Slings aren't the best. Alright, see now we can go to the Beastman Caves. Don't do that just yet, just go check out the magic shop. Sneaky little shop tucked way over here behind the pub. We call that the Winchester. Web Skirt and Tangle. I wish we could use that. That's good we do. I can't go all the magic shop, why not? Cool, still using level 3s. Okay, cool. So now that we have our with vine, we'll go back up to the Beastman Caves, and then we can head to the next area. Let's do a little save. And then let's do a save state. Work it indeed. And then let's get ready to head up to the Beastman Caves. You know what? I think that might be another journey for me. It's a very convenient place for us to stop. Because we have the Beastman Caves, and then we start going to a swamp, which is quite a big area to try and find out, especially when I'm not using a map. Because I could use a map on the second screen and such, but what do I'm going to try and use my brain, which is a challenge, especially this time of night for me. Yeah, I'm gonna cut there, and then next Tuesday when we continue the stream, then we can crack on with the swamp. We can fight some snicky boys, and then we can see what else this interesting game holds for us. I hope people enjoy this. So we'll go up on my YouTube in the next few days as well. But for those of you who have stayed around, and for those of you who have watched, thank you very, very much. This is Ash Music saying we will see you soon. Goodbye.